Hello, my name is April and welcome to the 5-minute grant making sessions, transforming ideas into grants. First, some overarching questions for this video. Is every idea for research or service a grant? What makes an idea a grant? How to make an idea a grant? We're going to go through some examples, but first we're going to look at key questions that we have to ask when trying to understand if an idea is a grant or how to make an idea a grant. First, why would a sponsor invest? Is there impact and sponsor visibility in this idea for them? Is it an important cause, a regional cause for a regional sponsor or a federal level cause? What are the core values embedded in this idea? What is the return on investment for the sponsor, even if that return is high visibility or if that return is a high impact on a broad population or very significant impact on a small population or even intellectual merit? Advancing theory and knowledge, all of those are returns in the investment. So another question is, how would the sponsor invest? Would it be a grant? Would it be a contract, contracting you to provide a service in that idea, or just a gift, a sort of donation type mechanism? What are you looking for? What fits that idea? Is it a research project, a professional development or training project, a scholarship? What is the mechanism that would make your idea work? Who is the ideal sponsor? That's a third question. Alignment with sponsor vision and mission is important. You look at your idea. Does it fit what the sponsor wants to do, what the sponsor is going for? What is the causes that move the sponsor to exist in the first place? Are there opportunities available in the grant space for your idea? Look at those opportunities. What's the funding amount available out there? What is the need that your idea serves that other people are looking to serve? And what is, that need as sort of a central point where you can come together with collaborators and sponsors and other people involved already in looking at that need? What is that? Maybe that's the spot that will connect you to everything. And then finally, how flexible is your idea? This is important to keep in mind. You will have to very likely adjust your idea to the opportunity, to the sponsor, to what comes ahead. So some examples for us. Example number one, the idea is to support a STEM education program. Kids are using artificial intelligence, robots, and learning hydroponics in the classroom. We want to support that. Does it have a national level significance? Perhaps. How many students, how innovative can this kind of work be? Can it generate deliverables? Can it have a broad dissemination? What are the causes involved? Maybe an underserved population is involved with the project or can be involved with the project. Maybe it's a high need field, such as STEM learning. And how exactly would a mechanism support this idea? Oh, we want to pay for students' time. We want to at least make it free for them to go through this program. So maybe we're looking now at scholarships or after-school programs or summer camps. And then because it's STEM, we can immediately think of NSF. The Research Experiences for Undergraduates program is a great first suggestion here to investigate for this idea. Another example is to create a new measurement instrument that considers contextualized socioeconomic barriers to mental health and educational and career success. So we're looking to contextualizing things that might already have been done, but not with the context of what society needs right now. So we're probably looking at something that might have national level significance, might involve underserved populations as well, and is in a high need field such as mental health and practice. What would be the mechanism? Very likely research, but it could be participatory research, bring together community partners, clinical practitioners, again, people involved around that need. That imagining that need is a central sort of attractor for all these different stakeholders, you being one of them. And who could be the sponsor? Maybe a foundation such as the Hearst Foundations, they have a health focus. And then of course the NIH, any idea related to health makes it worth investigating what the NIH has going on. They sponsor a lot of health projects. Example number 3 involves investigating the effectiveness of a change in an educational program or curriculum. It could be, some kind of state new state directive of law or a federal sort of curriculum that came down, something new that's happening, something that's changing. And again, what would be the high need field? Education systems and policy. What would be the mechanism? Likely research, maybe including secondary analysis and big data analysis. And who could fund this? A foundation, perhaps like the Spencer Foundation, they fund field-initiated research, or a federal level institute like the Institute of Education Sciences. They have education research grants program, and they love this kind of, project. And the fourth example, our last example, you want to document, the idea is to document and cultural and historical resources, including informal pedagogies and educational practices that may not be mainstream. So again, it might have national level significance. It might have a lot to be disseminated about that, but it's definitely looking at underserved populations and in a very high need field of DEIJ and cultural preservation. So what would be a good mechanism? Perhaps, again, research and, again, participatory with the community, with cultural practitioners, including museums and other institutions that might already have connections to other sources of funding that could, get sort of your idea going into their mechanisms as well. So you could look at, for example, the Nevada, the local institution, their local organization, the Nevada Humanities, and the national level organization, the National Endowment for the Humanities. They have grants to fund specifically this kind of project. So what is the takeaway here? Not all ideas are a perfect fit for a grant, but they can be adjusted, and they may need to be adjusted to fit a grant or sponsor requirement. Grant ideas can also start by reading the sponsor solicitations or visions. So if you don't really have a good idea or you don't think your idea is good, you can navigate the sponsor world and the grants space and look for what is being offered, and from there get your idea. So another option is, if you don't have an idea, you don't think your idea is good, you can join someone else's project, join someone else's idea, and that can just give you some experience on getting a project from scratch to being funded to, being executed and closed. You get that experience of how these projects work, and then you come up with other ideas of your own while you're learning all of that. And if you have an idea, then remember, just ask, why would a sponsor invest? How would the sponsor invest? Who is the ideal sponsor? And how flexible is your idea? This is it for this video. We went a little over 5 minutes, and I'll see you in the next video.